Hi, my name is Garrett Hernandez, and I'll be talking about the final group analysis. So basically, we're going to be talking about the four stages, which is the forming, storming, performing, and norming. So the first stage is forming. In this stage, we were getting to know each other, being positive and polite because we didn't want to hurt each other's feelings. This is where we were making an effort to, just get to know each other. For the storming part, which was said before, we were trying to get to know each other's personalities, trying to see how we were all able to work together so we could get things done in a properly timely fashion and respectfully. Some groups, as I've read, it's hard for them to get past this stage. But we didn't have too many problems because we all had the same mindset of being able to pass a class. For the norming, this stage is when groups decide to resolve their differences. But we didn't have too many differences. The only differences that we had were how we do our work for school. Some people, they didn't mind telling us that, like, oh yeah, I live my life on procrastination. For us, some majority of the group, we didn't care for those kind of mindsets. So we tried to get that sort of weighed out. And for the performing stage, we actually did pretty well. We were already found out how we all work and our personalities, since we were all having the same goal, was to pass a class. We all worked pretty responsibly, and we got things done in a timely fashion. I mean, there were some projects that we, were working at the very last moment, but we got things done. And personally, what I liked about the group was I liked how the friendships we formed in this group. At first, we were just a little awkward, but after a while, we started to find out that we all had the same dry, funny sense of humor. And I also liked how we were on top of things. We were able to talk to each other without having any, regrets and like we're going to offend somebody. We were able to talk to each other honestly. And if there was any other conflict, which honestly there wasn't, we were able to talk about it and people just worked on it, like that. The three things that I would change about my group, honestly, I know we're supposed to name three, but I could only think of one. I wish we had more time to meet up. For before and after class, or at school times, because everyone had a busy schedule, and I wanted to be able to actually meet with each other at least twice a week instead of once. I mean, you can only do so much. Like other than like we were keeping in contact because we had a group chat, and everyone was very prompt and always responded. There was no one who was just like left behind or anything like that. That was fine, but I probably wish that we had more time to just actually meet up in school face to face so we could actually talk about things. That's probably the only thing I would change. As for leadership of the group, there wasn't a very, direct leader. We all took our own roles as leader for certain assignments. Like I, for instance, took charge of the band implosion project because I knew so much about our band. Basically, I was in charge of making sure that the video that we made was done. I gave all the information to help out everyone, and everyone did their jobs. But for other projects, everyone took the lead. Like one person always took the lead on one assignment because we trusted them. And honestly, our grades speak for itself. We worked hard. So again, there wasn't one specific leader. It's just the leadership shifted from person to person, depending on how comfortable that person thought about each like topic or assignment. What would I change about the leadership of the group? Again, nothing. I mean, the results speak for itself. We got our stuff done. We didn't have any arguments. The only thing I probably would have changed was if for the leadership, I would have made, kept a strict deadline for certain jobs when we assigned them to each other. Again, I did mention before that we did, work at, the very last minute for certain things, and it only happened once or twice. But I think that was the only thing that we had an issue with for the leadership is we should have made sure that everyone had a due date specifically for their parts of the assignments, like as the group work. My participation of the group was, I would say I was probably, I tried my best. There was a lot of times where I felt like I was not quite, I don't want to use the word like not the smartest, but I felt like I lagged behind a couple times. But there were also times that I did shine, not to boast about it, but I worked hard because I didn't want to make it seem like I was the weak link of the group. Because at the very beginning, we had a pact that, like just rules, that if anyone felt behind, they would get a couple chances to redeem themselves. And they didn't, then we'd kick them out of the group. But that never happened. If ever I had a question asked, everyone was very polite about it. But honestly, we all helped each other, and that's what was grateful. So honestly, I did my best, and as far as I know, there was no complaints. And basically, I feel like I was I brought the humor to the group. I was pretty, I broke the mold. I feel like I broke the mold when we first met, because I hate those awkward stages. It's just like be yourself. So I feel like I was the one that broke the tension. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you very much, and that's my assignment.